What is up, guys, and welcome to today's episode of the Ipswich Town Road to Glory Career Mode, episode number 31 today, as we've got the 3 league games and the 1 Carabao Cup game in Aston Villa. As always, Carabao Cup, we're not entirely keen on winning the Carabao Cup. I mean, it's just a terrible trophy really at the end of the day. I'd much rather progress further on in the FA Cup than the Carabao Cup, so we're going to rotate the squad quite heavily. All the freebies starting today: Bree, Coventry and Norrington Davis. Unfortunately, obviously Tom Edwards, is good, but obviously we're just trying to rotate the squad quite heavily, so we're going to put Bree in instead. But Bree is obviously not off to a great start, kicking the ball straight out of the Aston Villa player. Is not how you want to start off your Carabao Cup career, as per se. He obviously has played a few Carabao Cup games, but he plays in the ball into Harris. Harris finds the back of the net. That is what we want. Nice and early on, 12 minutes in, putting Ipswich Town in front, as Mark Harris has done. Hopefully he can be quite prolific for us, A, in the Premier League, and B, in the FA Cup and Cup games going forwards, as obviously we really want to do quite well for us, because he's been quite a good player ever since he's joined quite early on in, when did we get him? I think we got him in League 1, towards the end of League 1, or it might have been to the start of the Championship season. Actually, I think it was League 1, because we didn't come up against Cardiff, his hometown, until Season 2, I don't believe. But, or did, I can't remember. But either way, yeah, Harris getting us off 1-1, but then Calvert-Lewin brings it back 1-1. Obviously Mark Harris trying to find something and make something of that play in the box, but unfortunately he can only find the hands of the keeper. Now, as I think last season, obviously we got knocked out by Aston Villa late in the... No, we beat them in the FA Cup, but we got knocked out by them quite late on, I think, in the Carabao Cup as well. So Aston Villa have been one of those teams who have played quite a lot throughout the time we've been here, and unfortunately Buckley keeping Calvert-Lewin on, not really doing his offside duties any justice. Hence, Buckley has been okay. Obviously, might look to get another free agent come in for the centre-back position if there is any other good centre-backs that is like 70 rated. I think we may have found one, obviously the Ukrainian player, so we might have to try and see if there's any others around, but he does look quite decent. His pace isn't really there, but he's probably quicker than Buckley for sure. But and then look at that, who pops up? Bowden comes on off the bench and puts Ipswich Town level 2-2. There's what you want to see and what you want to see from the play. But then obviously Calvert-Lewin, this is from the Aston Villa kickoff straight away, and he just chips Danny Ward. I mean, Buckley is letting me down once again. I know he's a youth player, I know he's 17 years old, but still, if you're going to be getting game time and you're going to be getting into my team, then you've got to perform much better. So we have loan listed him out. I know it's a bit too far gone, obviously the transfer window is gone as well, but yeah, hopefully in January that will come to an end, and Buckley will look to go out on loan to progress his career. And now we're looking to start Tom Edwards as then changed up on the back 5, and then a all 3 and 2 up front. I'll see an unchanged middle and a changed up top as we put in Lucas in instead of Skinner, as the young lad was showing a bit of unhappiness on his morale gauge. I'm not too sure whether it is just the stamina or the playing time, but we did give him a rotation. So I don't see why he's sad, unless the performances, the team performance and his player performance is down. Then that probably will reflect the fact that he's unhappy because the team's not performing how he'd want to. I know it's obviously not performing how I'd want to either, but obviously Bowden gets played through here. What can he do? Yes, he can finish it just before the halfway point, because it's not really much gone on within the first half of this Leeds game. But obviously now going into the second half, as Lucas, he might end up getting some loan time out. Obviously getting the young striker on loan might help him progress and him grow just a little bit quicker, as obviously Skinner grew by 12 within 1 season of just going out on loan, just because the loan system is a little bit broken. I think sometimes when the players increase, they do increase quite a lot when they're out on loan, so we might do that for him and look to bring in another striker in January and change up a few things just to get a few better players. But we'll obviously come to that bridge when we cross it in January, if Lucas has picked up his performances and picked up his overall and his skill level. But look at this, Sinestra. I was half thinking Keller was going to save that, but unfortunately Sinestra puts it past Keller, and yeah, Luis Sinestra, 5 goals in 6 matches. I say Leeds was quite a tough team to actually play against. I mean, I know we're getting an equaliser here, 2-2, but Leeds just, they press you so much. I felt in this game they just pressed and pressed and pressed, and they tried to get something of it, and yeah, I just really found it quite hard to play against them. Obviously I know we've got Chelsea next and then Fulham afterwards. Obviously 3 teams that Leeds, obviously they're quite good defensively from the stats that I've seen, only let in 5 goals, now 7. But Leeds been really good defensive. Their keeper's been keeping them in, as you've seen quite a lot of the time. And yeah, there's just so many chances right at the end of the game where, you know, we're getting corner after corner, chance after chance, but it's not going in and we can't really do anything. And Wolfden, on the edge of the box, drives into the 6-yard area, and then the keeper makes a good save. If I wanted anyone there, it wouldn't have been Wolfenden. Yeah, I just had zero faith in him scoring there when he got onto the ball. But 2-2, we will take a point against Leeds, a really hard fought one, so at least a point is coming home with us still. But now, getting into the Chelsea game, look at this team. It's just stacked with good players. Obviously Patrick Schick going to Chelsea, and obviously it's not a number 11, so you've not got to worry about the curse of the number 11. It's just the, no, curse of the number 9? Yeah, the curse of the number 9, not the curse of the 11, because they don't really have an 11 in real life, do they? They just have a curse of the number 9 position. And yes, we've still got the same sliders and we've still got the same difficulty on. It's just absolutely mad how Bowden can get through into Harris, and Harris squeezes it in with just before the 5-minute mark. It's mad. You go from playing Leeds and obviously getting nothing out of it. You go from playing Aston Villa in the Carabao Cup to losing 3-2, and then we come to Chelsea with 1-0 up within 4 minutes, which I find absolutely crazy, to be honest, against Chelsea, a team that I thought were going to be up there, as Harris gets a shot off and then Mendy parries it into the line of Bowden, but Bowden couldn't really finish it off at all, unfortunately, because that looked to have been a certain second if he did get the touch ahead of the defender. Now Christensen playing the winger position at this sort of time, he's trying to chip it in, finds Harris, and Harris, what a goal, leaps and bounds above the rest. Oh, not Harris, sorry, Knight. That is even more shocking because he is quite small, and to be fair, it's the same height of Harris, to be honest, so if Harris got it, then that would be even better. But yeah, Knight with a really nice header, late run in, and making Ipswich Town 2, Chelsea 0. And we're away at Stamford Bridge, bear in mind. And yeah, Chelsea have not played their best at all, as Harris gets played in once again. Can he find the back of the net? Yes, he does. Drills it in to the bottom left-hand corner, and he hits the home run, because yes, that is 3 goals for us, and surely 3 points for us, as we're pretty much nearing the end of the match now. I think, what is it, the 78th? Yeah, 80th minute mark. So not too long to go left, obviously 10 minutes. Bailey playing it into Schick, Schick into Chilwell. Chilwell can't really make anything of it, and it gets played out into Bailey, Bailey into Schick, and Schick, it puts it into the back of the net. Unfortunately, Keller could not save it, and that is going to be a consolation goal, if I'm honest, because, well, yeah, Chelsea, 10 minutes left to go. Can they get another 2 goals? I mean, I wouldn't put it past them, but obviously come to the next highlight where there's only 2 minutes left to go, so I highly doubt that Chelsea will get any closer to being level. But Bailey with a shot just from the outside of the edge, but not troubling the keeper at all. But an astonishing 3 points against Chelsea away. Madness. We're going to sign Alan Brown on a free. Just doing it outside the transfer window just because we need a little bit more cover on the midfield that's actually decent. I have found that out because, well, there are a few worrying signs in the midfield that, yeah, when we get two tired centre mids in this game, then we won't really have anyone to change over. Obviously we'll have one centre mid to change over, but then the next one's like 67 rating, and that is about it, which is, like I say, very troubling within the Premier League for sure. As this Fulham game obviously turns on the tables, nothing's changed again. Obviously we played Chelsea and got 3 points. We played Leeds, got 1 point. Played Aston Villa, got knocked out of the Carabao Cup. Now we're playing Fulham, who is lower than Chelsea and lower than Leeds and lower than Aston Villa. I must say, Fulham put up a really good fight. This game was absolutely dull as ditch water. Not many chances. It was, we're just playing the ball around in the midfield, and yeah, there was just zero. It was all just defend, pass it, defend, pass it, defend, pass it. But yeah, quite a dull affair against Fulham. And but Bowden gets it in, and unfortunately the Fulham defender tackles him. And that is pretty much all the highlights are going to be, because we're in the 85th minute now, 86th minute. Obviously Fulham are getting one last highlight. What can they do here? Can they get a late goal back? Wahi? No, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but Keller with a great save, keeping us a point here at Portman Road, and that is going to be it. Quite a dull ditch water game, 0-0, Ipswich Town, Fulham. And yeah, we're sitting pretty mid-table, 10 points, and out of 8 games, I can't lie, 2 wins, 4 draws, 2 losses. I mean, I'll take that to our start of the Premier League season, but we've got Manchester United and Man City next. That is, oh my god, I'm just dreading those games. But then we've got West Brom and Wolves, so hopefully the end of the episode of that one should be good. But hope you've enjoyed, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.